All right, here we are at the 2026 Renfro Turkey Wildlife Expo and the Boats Boat and Travel Show. So here with me and my brother, he's tagging along around in the back. And we're here to check out all the cool stuff to do with deer hunting and turkey hunting. Find out what we find or might bring home. Who knows? Just ran across this cool place. We have even cooler people, Hurricane Marsh Outfitters in St. Louis, Missouri. And they are a family-owned organization, and they put out all this awesome gear. And I was looking at maybe one of these onesies for Zion, our brand new baby grandson. And we'll have to take a look and see what he might be interested in. But it's Hurricane Marsh. Check them out on their website at www.hurricanemarsh.com. Got a lot of cool stuff. You guys make all these?
Knives Ranch out of Texas.
Well, I'm sorry?
Knives Ranch out of Texas.
Knives Ranch out of Texas. Wow. This is always the fun stuff to look at.
Oh yeah. I mean, usually it's just a generic for whatever you might carry.
Yeah.
This one here, I actually could not put the label on. Everybody buy it. It's actually a castration knife.
Ah, okay. That makes more sense. So, I can see a use for that.
Yes, but it's a great.
Yeah.
But you know, most people don't understand that. That's what every one of these knives at some particular point, somebody had an idea as an actual tool. This and here's another good example of that. You know, this is a neck knife. What most people don't understand. When we actually were black powder hunters and everything,
Yeah.
we needed this. This was for cutting patch.
Yeah.
And they would actually wear some sort of cotton on them. They cut that patch off so to knock back up around their neck for their next shot. So anyhow, that's how that goes.
Well, you bring up a good point. There's
So every knife, they look
some
different
someone's unique version
of a
tool
that they needed.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Nothing new under the sun.
That's what Solomon said.
All right. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Dagger. I'm not sure what that's for, but that looks pretty awesome. That's probably started with some sort of skinning knife, skinning the cape out, I would assume. Let's see what else we got. I tell you what, ground blinds are the thing here, and I've noticed that in a lot of these shows. The creature comforts, excuse the pun, are becoming more and more as new designs and new material, new construction all improve. But this is just one of the hunting blind companies here at the Deer and Turkey Show. For $5,800, you can get a Chasing Giants blind. That is nice. You even got a light. Pretty nice.
It's an electric powered game car.
That would be either cool or scary as hell.
Running out.
Depends on what happens after that point.
That's
Double Tap. That's a cool name even. They have all these different targets. Metal silhouette targets. I gotta get me one of those. It's only $1,250. Check that out. Center mass. That'll ring out. Oh, you have a smaller version now. There's your smaller version. Same thing. Free shipping. Then we have Antler King here. Use out there in your food plots. There's another ground blind. Well, I wouldn't say ground blind, but elevated blind. Starting to get crowded in here, folks. I'm starting to see, you always see clothing camo vendors here. I'm starting to see definitely new patterns in the clothing industry. And the women's gear has come a long way, as you can see. Different pattern, I'm not so sure about that, but. And here that is, the wall of bucks. There's the big boys. Well, they're all big. Shadow Hunter. You can win one of those.
Been here how long?
Then they got all the Euro mounts for hanging those big Euro mounts on your wall. Check this out, folks, the Polaris Mountain Edition. Looks like it's a 1500 cc. It's got rear opening doors. It's got all the creature comforts that you can think of. Look at all these buttons. Sun visors. I need to get some sun visors for our side-by-side. This thing man, the door, just shutting the door is heavier than my truck door. Look at those tires. Can you believe that? What kind of engine? Yeah, made in Mexico. But you too can have one of these for a great deal at $68,000. The Hunter's Special. Glasscock Equipment and Sales. This is the first time I've ever seen a tractor at one of these shows. And look what it is, folks. It's a 2610 LX. All shined up, nice and shiny. Obviously, it's not brand new, but it's just showing off their Tar River seeder or planter. These guys have some different equipment here, all for your food plot needs. We got some heavy duty equipment. Look at that. That's gonna clear some forest, that's for sure. But Glasscock Equipment. These are all the brands that this company sells. That's the same thing as the other one, but it's got blades on it instead. Look at that. I just love looking at equipment. And I even love looking at equipment in action. Look at here, folks. Bad Boy mowers. I'm impressed that they're here. Look at this. You got the Rambler. You got the ZT Elite. We used to have one of those. And then you got your 5055 open station tractor. And they even put a snowblower on there. I think that's what that is. Let's take a look. Snow pusher. But anyway, I didn't expect to see these guys here. Pretty cool stuff. All right, how are you? I didn't expect to see you guys here. I see you at my tractor shows. There's the Rebel. Similar to the Rogue like we got. Then there's a 40, probably 25. Yeah, 4025 Bad Boy. Here at the Turkey and Deer Expo.
This is
I'll tell you what, we had to get out of there. It was so darn crowded. We're gonna head over to the RV and boat show now and try to get a breather. And hopefully the crowd will die down over the Turkey Deer Expo. But man, it gets worse and worse every year. And the earlier you get, it seems like the more crowded it gets, even that much more quicker. So let's go check this place out. All right, here we go. See what they got in here. Oh, shiny stuff. Look at all the shiny stuff.
yeah.
Any kind of boat you could think of will probably be in here. All right, we're really not in the market for a boat because we have our pontoon. We're very happy with it. And we really, to be honest with you, haven't used it a whole lot in the last couple of years. But it's always cool to see what kind of new boats, new features that they have at these shows. So far, I haven't seen anything that stands out to me. But I'm sure we'll run across something here very shortly. Bentley. Here's the retro look by StarCraft. It's pretty cool. For only 22 grand. And then here's our friends at Brownie's Marina. That's where we bought our pontoon boat 5 years ago, the Sun Tracker. We can go over there and take a look and see what new features they might have. They definitely got some new colors. That's interesting. I would say this is the basic tracker. Here's your fishing. This is more like what we have. Look at that price. That's about 10 grand more than what we paid. This is a 16 too. We got the 18. You know what? This is electric. That's why it's more money. Yeah, that's why. This is more like what we have. 18 foot. Yeah, exactly. And I would have to say, nothing has really changed other than, I don't think we have one of these on each side. I think we just have one. But the seating's the same. Exactly the same. Just looks newer and nicer. Yeah, nothing has changed. I'd say the one thing has changed is cup holders. This is a nice feature. That dead space back there, where you really don't use the lumbar support, now they've inserted cup holders in that location, as well as right there. That's nice. The console, can't say there's any difference there or any changes. So, very minor for 5 years ago. Yep. Very nice. It's done us well. And then here's their Primo Ultimate Party Barges. This is a 24-foot version. But you think this is nice, and it is. Don't get me wrong. It's got all the creature comforts and is ready for a party. And you got your storage in there in between the pontoons. Very nice. But very nice comes with a very high price tag. And then the Regency. This is definitely the top of the line pontoon from Bass Tracker, with a top of the line price as well. But you know what? You get a lot of things for that. I don't want to get up in here right now, but there's some women. Look at that leather, or faux leather. It's very nice. And then you got your Ranger version. I got some friends that have a Ranger. They like it very much. It's got a little bit more, sort of in between the Regency and the Trackers. If you want just strictly fishing boats, they have whatever you need there as well. And you get all this at Brownie's Marina in Fairland, Indiana. And there's the hardest working man in the fishing business. Oh, look at him.
I can't shake your hand. How we doing?
All right, how are you?
Good.
You're looking good there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get some good
Hey,
footage.
anyway, I know this guy from way back. He's a good guy. And then you got all the accessories you can pull behind your vehicles, and you can even camp out of your vehicle if you have the right equipment. Look at that little pup tent. It's pretty cool. And I'm assuming you can put it on any style of truck. Very simple, nothing major to it. This is something you can just buy right out of the bag and fit it to your vehicle. Pretty simple. Gets the job done. All right, we got into the motorcycle and ATV, UTV, off-road pavilion here at the show. And I see Honda wings over there. Let's go check them out. And here's the Honda Talon. I'll tell you what, that don't seem like a bad deal. $18,995. But definitely is for a certain purpose. And I don't think it would really work for us very well on the farm. Look at all the other stuff they have here. Pretty cool. All right, how are you? Cool helmets if you desire or need one. This particular dealer also handles the U-Force, which is a good little side-by-side and definitely has a following and has a lot of features and benefits that the Honda doesn't come standard with. But for $14,999, you can get quite a bit of gear on these. Look at those seats. I wonder if that's included. Those are nice. Nicer than the Honda Pioneer for sure. And it comes with a winch. Yep, pretty good deal. Well, I was talking to one of the service guys, and he said this is a new bike for KTM. It's a 990cc. But the unique thing on this is they put all this cowling on there, which normally they have their bikes that are pretty much naked. But that's a new look for them. KTM. So that's the new thing here at the show. It's not a Honda, but it's sold by a Honda dealer. Now, as we head on down here from the CF Motos, take a look at another Talon. The Talons are cool, but just not what we need on our property. But I have a lot of friends that have them, and they really love them, and they do a lot of riding. I've got one guy that says he has over 30,000 on his Honda Talon. 30,000 miles, that is. That's a unique Pioneer. I have not seen one of those before. Interesting camouflage, digital camouflage paint job on there. Guess it'd be good for in the snow. Now here's the kind of seats that the Honda comes with standard. Pretty nice, comfortable, does the job. Nothing special about them. I think this is a 1000 Flip 4. This is the same thing that we have in the 700cc version. Oops, sorry. Now I've been wondering about this rack, because I thought this rack would come in handy on ours. Not hugely impressed with the material and the construction, but I definitely see a purpose for it. It just seems to hook into the hinge parts of the side-by-side. Might have to take a look into one of those, or a version of this. And I got some more motorcycles. Honda. Another Pioneer here, just a standard two-seater with the same style of camouflage. That's what I'm calling it. And they got the little 500cc Honda, which these are better than you think. But they'll do some things around the farm. And I tell you what, who would not want one of these? Look at that. 2026 National Championships in Miami, Florida. You gotta have one of these if you're a Hoosier fan. Look at that.
A new year and a new WSS.
Friday, May 1st, it's
Love the color. Love the side badges. Champions. Hell yeah. We got the candy cart lookalikes. These are Denago, maybe? Electric golf carts. Then they have some cool tools over here and lifts. And look at that monster. That looks like it. Monster colors. It's pretty cool. What is this? I have no idea. Rodex Power. Well, if anything, the colors and the lighting looks pretty good. Look at this one. This is pretty wild. Super ATVs. This looks like something you'd use out in the outback or the bush. Pretty wild. They got quite the utility back here. Winch, chainsaw holder, tool tray. And it just keeps going and going and going. Much better show for the ATVs this year, for sure. I think they got a lot more selection. A couple more dealers out here. But definitely more than what I remember from last year. That's a unique one. I'm not sure who makes these. They're golf. It's considered a golf. Well, I don't know if it's considered a golf cart or what. Pretty wild. Got some cool seats in the back. It's called the Warrior. Pretty wild. Massimo. Oh, I see a couple other YouTubers have these on their channels. The T-Boss. Yeah, interesting. Massimo side-by-sides. Looks like they got the electronic power steering. Apparently they have a dealer in Johnson County, which is near us. So might have to go check them out. The Massimo T-Boss. I'm assuming this is an AC unit on top of a Massimo T-Boss. Looks like it. Maybe AC? Plexiglass windows. Yep. Two-seater. Front wipers. And a winch. What more do you need? There's another interesting camper option. Looks like it mounts
I'm not going to carry you
to the
either.
top
You're
of
gonna
your
walk
truck.
Or you're going to sit in the wagon. That's your option. Walk or sit.
As it's crowded everywhere you go.
I love it when you use the
Tillman's must be an accessory company. But they got the overhead camper. Not quite sure how you get up in it. With a tilt out or a slide out. Pretty cool. suspension. They must have some suspension parts that they sell. Looks like campers for pickup trucks are the thing this year. Looks like a slide in. And I'm assuming you make some sort of bed out of that. And it's got a little extra space up there in the loft. But the air campers, inflatable, durable, inflatable. I didn't realize that. These things feels like a cushiony foam, but you must inflate them apparently. Inflatable, durable, comfortable, affordable. Pretty cool. So, yeah. Mr. Buffalo. The color seems to be blue, light baby blue is the color of the show. At least it's the one that catches the most attention. And this is an Excalibur. Yeah, pretty cute. By Avalon. All right, folks, we're getting out of here. Not sure which way is out of here. Oh, pretty quacky back there. Well, folks, that's it for today. The 2026 Renfro Turkey and Deer Expo, along with the boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, UTV, all that combined. But I can only take so much of a crowd. That was incredible, the amount of people at the show this year. But anyway, hope you saw something you liked, and hope you like these sort of videos, because this is the sort of stuff that we do here on Peterson Farms in Nashville. Renfro 2026 Outdoor Turkey Expo show. So thanks for joining along. God bless you all. Till next time.